Deck the halls with Kenny faces. La, 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 la. Oh, hi. Welcome to What's the Buzz, the only show of its kind that spotlights the entertainment scene in Southern Maryland. I'm your host, James Lepore, and this is episode number 252. We are proudly sponsored by Purple Post Real Estate. I am here at home base, kind of the Three-Notch Theater in Lexington Park, with the Newtowne Players are performing the latest production, which is Elf the Musical. It's the Christmas show, obviously. Now, a tiny little bit of backstory from Wikipedia. Elf is a musical based on the motion picture of the same name, with a score by Matthew Sklar and Chad Deguin. The book's adapted by Bob Martin and Thomas Meehan from the 2003 film. The musical ran on Broadway in the Christmas seasons of 2010 to 11 and 12 to 13, and in the West End of London 2015-2016. Also toured annually in the U.S. during the Christmas holiday season from 2012 to at least 2017. And you guys are having so much fun. I say you should just go out on the road and just keep it going. I had the very good fortune of seeing this show last week at Sponsors Night, and let me tell you, it's not the kind of show that you're driving home saying, "So, Buffy, what did you think of the psychological remedy?" No. What you will do is you'll walk out of this theater smiling ear to ear, because it's nothing but fun. I am here with the director over here, Tim Joyce, and the assistant director, P. Wade Thompson, and the cast and crew. So if you don't mind, starting with Skylar, if you would just identify yourself and the character you play, we can just go around the circle.
My name is Skylar. I play Deb, your tipsy assistant.
I'm Brittany. I'm one of the ensemble.
I'm Finn. I played Michael, the little brother.
Hi, I'm Pat, and I play Walter Hobbs.
Hi, I'm Kenny Faison, and I play Buddy.
Hey, Kevin Bongiovanni. Kevin Bongiovanni.
Only shows you everybody wants to be Kenny. Everybody.
Kevin Bongiovanni, I'm ensemble.
Hi, I'm Callie Pitsednik, and I play Jovi.
Hi, I'm Gabby Linsky, and I'm ensemble.
Hi, I'm Dawn Weber, and I'm playing Emily Hobbs.
Okay, now, when we heard that the theater was doing Elf the Musical, in my head, no lie, I thought, if Kenny doesn't get that role of Buddy, I can't imagine anybody that I know that would play Buddy, because we honestly feel like he is Buddy the Elf. As a matter of fact, we're going to start calling him Buddy in real life. You know how that goes. Where is Paul Rose? We should say Paul Rose, who plays Santa Claus.
And he was unable to stay this evening.
Oh, man. You know, that guy, I mean, I've seen him in so many crazy characters, but watching him as Santa Claus, and the audience is soon going to see, it's like, you can believe he really is Santa Claus. It's just got that, you know, that feel to him. Now, Tim, this is a Christmas show. Usually every year a bunch of Christmas shows get bandied around which one's going to be done. So what about Elf the Musical that made it this year's Christmas show?
Well, I think that the last show that I directed to the audience was, I'm saying it that way because of Almost Maine, unfortunately. The last show that I directed fully was Twas, which is a great, active, crazy Christmas play. And I've always loved the fact that musicals always sort of amplify whatever the show is supposed to be. So this is just the same sort of crazy, wacky Christmas show amplified through the scope of the musical, plus it's already a well-known thing.
Gotcha.
So people are going to love it.
Wait, when you were auditioning these fine people, what kind of qualities were you looking for in everybody?
Creativity, energy, spontaneity. Tim has a creative audition. He would let people perform a scene of a short monologue, I'll say, and let them proceed with that, and then he would say, "Okay, I want you to do it again, but pretend that you're being chased by bees." And he did that with everyone, and I was glad that I was not auditioning, because that didn't make me freeze up.
Wow.
But these people shone as they got chased by bees.
Note to self, audition with Tim. Okay.
Yes.
So usually I ask the director or one of the cast or something to give us a rundown on the plot. But for this show, I thought we'd invent something new, play a little game, okay? So what I'd like to do is everybody gets a chance to say one sentence. The next person continues the plot from that, and we go down and we see if we can get to the end of the show with the end of the actors with no spoilers.
Oh!
All right, so
Okay.
let's
Wait,
try
wait.
this and see where it goes. I think it's only fitting that Buddy the Elf should start, but then
Wait,
Skylar
can't
and
spoil
Finn.
the show?
What?
Wait, what's
We
spoiled?
can't spoil anything.
How do you spoil it?
We gotta keep some of the
Wait,
things.
like-
on the
Listen, just be Tom Holland and spoil the show.
No! We're under contract. Marvel will sue us.
Garfield is in the show.
No. Oh,
Okay,
goodness.
so show begins with Santa deciding to tell a story about Buddy because his football game did not record.
Skylar?
And then he introduces us to the North Pole, inhabited by little elves.
Finn?
Buddy the Elf lives in the North Pole and quickly finds out. Quickly finds out a big secret. That's what I'm
Big secret.
Existential secret here, though. Kelly?
Buddy the Elf decides to take a trip to New York.
Dawn?
Where he meets some wonderful people. One of the people he meets, Walter Hobbs, can appear mean and scary at first.
Him. I'm sorry. Wait.
Oh, me, okay. So,
Well, if you don't know the story, by
yeah,
now,
I know, I
nobody
should know
knows,
the
so-
story.
You should know the story.
So, Buddy wants, let's see, Buddy goes shopping at Macy's where someone mistakenly assumes that he works there.
Okay, Gabby?
Buddy is big on Christmas cheer, and the person that assumes that he works there is definitely not, and some chaos ensues.
Kevin?
Buddy finds someone he'd like to develop a relationship of sorts with, and
We won't tell you who. I'm sorry, you gotta see the show to find out.
My face is also
Patrick?
There's an altercation.
what scene is this?
There are several.
No.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, because he's dumping it right on
Which
you.
We're in, right now we're in Macy's and there's an altercation.
Macy's altercation?
That one, yes.
It's famous, it's known as the
I
Macy's.
don't know what
Hall.
altercation
You can't leave me too, that depends on which part I go to next. You're awful.
Oh, yes.
Is that the next part of the
Still
plot?
in Act 1, Scene 3. Go ahead.
Yes, that's described as character or,
A little bit.
and then Timmy, you're gonna have to wrap up the whole thing.
Oh my gosh! Buddy works his magic on pretty much everybody he sees, including various people that he's just met and various people that he's met more than once.
Timmy, you wanna wrap this up?
And everything ends. It's a spoiler if I say any way that it ends.
I know.
So,
But you'll
and then it ends. After what she says, and then it
And
ends.
combine that with what I said about leaving smiling, and you get the general idea. So what would you say, Kenny, let me ask you, what would you say is the overriding moral or theme of the story?
I would say that the overall theme of the show, and it just makes more sense. It's that it's just never too late to grow.
Yes. Bring it.
Dawn, how was auditions? I mean, you've been to many, you've conducted many.
Well, I sang while being chased by bees.
Yes, we did.
No matter what anybody did, it had to be done again, being chased by bees.
Yes, 100%.
Love it.
It actually genuinely works so well.
Okay, well, we're gonna find out. Next time you're directing something, I'm gonna be through that
Yeah.
door. Is the entire show told in song, or is it spoken word and song?
Spoken word and song. I had to think about it. I was like, do we have that?
Yeah.
I should know of it.
get us
Not that I
there.
remember.
I should know
Yeah,
this.
we actually have a conversation, Kenny.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Dang, I forgot all about
I
it.
know.
Yeah. Oh god.
Now, did everybody have to learn to dance?
I didn't.
Some people had to learn to skate.
Actually, while we're on the subject of dance, Tim, please tell the funny story that you told me about Skylar and
Oh,
what you
God.
did or didn't know.
So when
I don't know this story.
So when we cast the show, I cast Skylar's Deb because it made sense, and then we got to one part of the show where it's like, oh, Deb does a tap dance number, and I was like, oh no, I didn't know that Deb had to do a tap dance number. That's something I absolutely should have asked in auditions, and then she just happened to be like, oh yeah, I'm a trained tap dancer, and I was like, ah! It was literally the luckiest thing, the luckiest break I've ever had as a director is just like, she was like, oh yeah, no, I actually know how to do that.
That's a
Like,
great story. You'll tell forever. And Kevin, did you know how to roller skate before this show?
Yeah.
You and Alex?
Alex did, yes.
Thank God I didn't get that role. I mean, broke my leg once. Now, watching the movie, encouraged, not encouraged, who did, who
Nope.
didn't?
No, not encouraged.
Not encouraged, but did anybody secretly kind of like look?
I did not.
Tim wasn't
I
looking.
didn't make it a hard fast rule.
Yeah.
Like,
I followed the rules.
not
Also,
to.
a
Yeah,
lot of
no,
us
no.
should have seen it, like, cause how long ago did it come out?
Yeah.
Like,
Actually, yeah, a couple weeks ago, my sister was like, I was already in Elf the musical. My sister was like, Gabby, we're gonna do movie night. She's like, I think I want to watch Elf. I've never seen it before. And I'm like, I know this one. Like, I know this one. You should definitely watch it. So we sat and watched it, and like I hadn't seen it in a while, and I was like, oh, this story is kind of different. So if you don't want to be like confused, maybe don't watch it. But it's a good movie. So
I think our show is different.
it is.
Yeah.
And so watching it, not watching it has nothing to do with what we're planning on doing on stage.
Yeah, true. I mean, I was unfamiliar with the movie, so just prior to Sponsors Night, a few nights ahead of that, we watched the movie, and I was like, but then I was so delighted to see that the production here the musical is not at all, well, tiny bit like the movie. It's just, I think so much more enjoyable and engaging. I already think I know the answer to this question, but who of you, who had the most fun with their role?
Deb.
I would have to say, that's a toss-up.
Yeah.
That is definitely a toss-up between me and Skylar.
I was like,
Wait. Am I the villain? I think I'm the villain.
does Tim sing?
Yeah, Skylar, your character in the script, is it portrayed as like maybe somebody who's drinking a bit, or is that your take on it?
Honestly, I don't remember the script too much.
that's the way I'm saying it's her take on it.
Yeah.
But in the script it mentions in one of the songs that she likes
Oh, I
rum.
like vodka. Okay, it says talks about vodka and me. Just like alcohol. I said, oh, so she's a closeted alcoholic. So I was like, okay, we'll play with this. And then I really played with it. And the one note that I remember, one night of rehearsal said, Skylar, too drunk. So I was like, okay, so I made it. Just gotta go a little bit less. Definitely. Oh my
So
God,
all
it's so
those
much
years
fun.
ago, my parents were right. You can be too drunk.
Yes.
Okay. And special mention goes out to my buddy Kevin here, because after you see the show, you will never look at asparagus the same way.
Oh,
And
God.
that is all I'm going to say about that. You
Yeah.
gotta come and see the show. Look at this. Who do we have to thank for this amazing, and may I add, rotating set? Who painted this thing?
Ruth Collins.
Ruth Collins.
Yeah, Ruth Collins painted it, and
Both sides?
yeah, both sides. And then Chris Malden is our set designer.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, not only is it beautiful, but boy, the transition between North Pole and New York City is just tremendous.
Well, that's all of our stage crew, who are too many to name, and I don't have the list in front of me.
Gotcha.
They are a strong arm.
Hey, Buddy
Yeah.
Hill,
Yes.
what do you want the audience to know about this show to make them come to see this?
It's real funny. But it's got a lot of heart to it.
Yup.
And just remember, it's never too late to grow.
Never too late. And the asparagus, but
And
we'll-
no,
Yes.
jeez,
Oh, yes.
no.
We can grow asparagus.
It's never too late to grow asparagus.
Good.
It's never too late.
Combine it all up.
Too late to grow.
The show runs from November 12th to December 12th. Friday and Saturdays at 8 p.m. Right then. Saturdays and Sundays at 3:30. Oh, so you have a matinee and an evening show on Saturday.
2 show days.
Saturday.
No wonder you all look so tired. There are no shows
They didn't want
on
you to
Thanksgiving
notice.
weekend. None. Don't try to get tickets Thanksgiving weekend. They ain't gonna happen. Show's approximately 2 hours and 15 minutes with a 15-minute intermission. And Wade, you say rated PG, you think?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, not PG-13.
No,
just
no, I would say
That's not that crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I
Yes.
said,
Yes,
too
sir.
drunk.
Children will love it. Children do enjoy it. Children do love it. I think it's a good idea to maybe, if your child is on the younger age and really into Santa, that you have a discussion with him that this is just a story about Santa. It may not be the actual truth, and so they can look at it through those kind of eyes instead of trying to visualize.
That's a
it
very good
otherwise.
point, because Heather had to sit me down and give me that whole story before we came to see it.
We love to see it.
All this frivolity takes place at the Three Notch Theater, which, if you don't know, is in Lexington Park. It's diagonally across from Base Gate 2,
Two.
right? 2. The theater has a mask mandate. I'll just say it now so you're not surprised when you get here. Wear a mask. Do the right thing. Tickets. You can get tickets from Newtowne Players, and it's Towne, newtowneplayers.org. Adults are $18, cheap. Seniors, students, military, 15, even cheaper, and children, 13. I mean, that's not much money for 2 hours of just nonstop laughter. Really happy. And that's about it. I want to thank everybody for giving us your time right after a show. I want to thank my sponsor, Purple Post Real Estate. I want to thank my wife and producer, Heather Laporte, who does like everything.
Yeah.
And our creative consultant, the young gentleman that Miss Schuyler knows, Reggie Rice. Thank you, Reggie. Coming up, we've actually got a waiting list now, and we're going to be doing one show after another. We'll be back really soon. This Saturday, November 20th, we'll be with local Charles County singer Chelsea Gray, who currently has the #6 song on iTunes. So that's going to be great. Shortly after that, we're going to be back to Twin Beach to review Rick Thompson, another Newtowne player. Rick Thompson's The Ghost Before Christmas, directed by Sid Curl. After that, we'll be talking to Robbie Booth, who's a phenomenal local musician, and the ladies of Three Notch Paranormal, to hear about their adventures and, worm our way into an investigation. No, well, what I meant to say was, and to hear about their experiences. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So again, I want to thank you for having us here on the stage. Until we see you next, please like, share, subscribe, all the YouTube and Facebook things. We appreciate it because we will never, ever stop supporting the arts in Southern Maryland. Take care.
Bye.